for me, just how meticulous these guys were, in so much as going about the investigation, and how they were able to think outside the box, to turn on a dime, to face disappointment, to work together, to balance the stuff that was going on in their personal lives as they went on this journey to mine the truth, as I like to say. I'd never worked on a quote-unquote procedural type of drama or what have you. Well, certainly not as a member of law enforcement, you know what I'm saying? But that having been said, you know, it was just so interesting. There was so many bizarre coincidences and just wild occurrences from the side of the investigation that you would think it was made up. But
well, life is truly stranger than fiction here.
Yeah, and it is exemplary in our show.
And you know, the show is called Unsolved, but we all know what happened. And that's one thing that I think people are going to be mostly surprised by. It's called Unsolved. We have a very good idea whether we agree that the police were involved. There were definitely some shady things that were going on. Did they do it? Did they not do it? You know, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And that's the tragedy of this story. You know, and there's so many conflicting theories that it's hard to sift through it all and find out what the actual truth is.
That's what other attempts at this story have been. Like, oh, all this stuff, or this is the take. This is the take. Kyle and Anthony made such a concerned effort to say these are 3 takes, and all of these are completely legit. No facts have been boiled over, and that leads you to a conclusion. It's not about trying to get you to come to a conclusion.
I didn't have anything. I just what I'd heard. You know, there was, you know, for all I knew, Tupac might still be alive. They weren't as crazy as that. That's how big these guys were, and that's how I think. You know, as a guy who wasn't as close to it as like Bokeem was, one can only hope to have people speculate on whether or not he's still alive or not. I wish people do that about me, but they won't. Tupac Shakur was larger than life, and he can testify to that. He knew him, and you know, to find and not only that. Let's talk about Mark Rose and Wavy Jones for a second. Those two are fantastic in this show. They emulate the spirit of those two guys so well, and I'm so proud of them for doing that, because it's not easy to do, you know.
They stepped into some huge shoes, and I used to love seeing Mark and Wavy, like, even when they weren't working together on the set, one would come visit the other one on the set when one was doing their thing. You guys are like freaking Frag, man. You remind me when I had a soul. You know what I'm saying? Before Hollywood went and ripped it out. No, but it was very refreshing. And that's the kind of environment you get when Anthony Hemingway puts people together. And I would say I never really allowed my mind to wonder too much about what really happened, because it was personal to me, and I just couldn't go there for whatever reason. So I think, you know, I mean, in so much as like trying to figure out what happened, my mind would kind of shut off when it would get to that point, because people would ask me, what do you think happened? And I couldn't even think about it. So that's one of the reasons why I feel blessed to have this opportunity, because for me it's kind of cathartic to work on this project and get to the bottom of some things.